thing around, dude. I mean, they don't have any mind blowers out there, but this is a good roster. You know, they have Chris Paul and Devin Booker, and you have DeAndre Ayton, and those are your three dudes. But after that, like, their role guys, Jay Crowder's on this team. Langston Galloway, you remember him from New York, good shooter. Javon Carter, great defender. Cameron Payne, kind of an all-around guy. Dario Saric, an old veteran. Cameron Johnson, I mean, you know, back in the day when you played Phoenix, it would be, all right, how many threes is Devin Booker going to put up? And, you know, is T.J. Warren and P.J. Tucker going to do anything? And it was kind of a, I don't want to say an easy win because none of them are easy, but, you know, this Suns team's for real, man. Make no mistake about it.
Are you shocked that the Suns are playing defense as well as they are and that the Nuggets are playing it as poorly as they are?
Man, I'm chalking that one up to fluke in the early part of the year. I mean, come on. Devin Booker can't spell defense. So, I mean, I think that's just all the numbers that are falling this way to begin the season. Now, check back with me in about a month, and we'll see where we're at with these two teams, because I think that they're both going to change a lot on that.
With Nikola Jokic becoming the all-time triple-double leader for the Nuggets in that last game out, and now, I mean, Joker, here's what Joker is averaging right now through the first week of the NBA season. 24.5 points per game, 11.5 rebounds per game, and 13.5 assists per game. Is that sustainable? Can Nikola Jokic do what Russell Westbrook did a couple seasons ago and average a triple-double?
I don't think so, Bert, because he doesn't hunt for him.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, that was something that Russ wanted to do. You know, he was really, really searching for that. And I remember that year very well. Like, he would try to get the assists out of the way early. And then once he got those, then he would try and get the rebounds out of the way, because he knows, you know, getting off the bus, he's going to score double figures. I mean, that's a no-brainer. So I don't, you know, if Jokic wanted to, if he had that mindset, he could do it, but that's just not the way he rolls. So the one thing that sucks, Bert, is that he's averaging a triple-double, yet you're 1-3.
Yeah.
And that's what drives him crazy, I promise you that.
Do you think how many points the Nuggets are, how many, or I guess with the way the Suns are playing defense, and let's say they just keep that up tonight, how many points does it take Denver to win this game?
You know, I heard Hastings talking about this on his radio show. The NBA's changing, man. You know, there's teams out there, including the Nuggets in the preseason, who are taking 40 to 50 three-pointers a game. And I heard Hastings say that, you know, when Larry Bird was doing this, like, he averaged like 3 three-pointers per game. So it's changing. So back in the day, when you thought the century mark was kind of like the bar, right? Like, you know, if we hold people under 100 and we score more than 100, you know, that was kind of the mark. Nowadays, it might be closer to, I don't know, like 105, 106, 110, somewhere in there. But if Phoenix is going to keep playing defense the way they're playing right now, you know, I think if the Nuggets get to, you know, somewhere between 105 and 108, that should be enough, as long as they defend.
When you look ahead to the upcoming schedule, the Nuggets are 1-4. They're shorthanded today against Phoenix. Then you get 2 against Minnesota, then Dallas, and then you go on an East Coast trip where you play Philly, New York, you know, Brooklyn, that kind of swing. So what do you think the Nuggets want to accomplish here in these next 4 or 5 games?
Bert, they got to find out who they are. I mean, right now it's just you know, and I know I keep beating a dead horse here, but you know, you lose Jeremy Grant, Mason Plumlee, and Torrey Craig. Those are 3 pretty big parts of what you were doing last year. And now you got to replace those. And, you know, you don't have, you know, there's a game every other night, so you don't have time to get this thing done in practice. So you're going to have to kind of work, you know, this is JaMychal Green's first real game. So you're going to have to do it in game time. So they got to find out, they got to get to know each other again. I mean, it's a long process, man. They got a long ways to go. But sometimes in that era, you know, some teams, it could take them a month and a half to get to where they want to be, but other teams can do it in 2 or 3 weeks. So it kind of depends on personality. And I don't know, I just think you got a lot of, you have a bunch of question marks right now, and the only way you can do it is by playing basketball games.
All right, Kaz, how about the keys to the contest?
Well, obviously, when you're playing, Phoenix, you're going to have to start defending the three-point line. The Nuggets can't keep giving up that many points on the three-point line, so you got to defend the three-point line. You can't turn it over. I mean, if you did what you did last game and give 27 points off of turnovers, you're dead in the water. And I just think the X factor tonight, Berto, for the Nuggets is going to be their bench. And I bring that up because Michael Porter Jr. is going to be out for a while. You get Barton back in the starting lineup. And I'm going back to what we talked about at the beginning part of this segment is the depth of the Phoenix Suns. And there's something that I didn't think I'd ever say again. But, again, they don't have a bunch of eye poppers out there, but they have solid NBA players that have been doing this for a while. So bench versus bench, keep an eye on that stat tonight.
All right, Cos, as always, good job. We will continue with your Denver Nugget Points Bet pregame show after a quick timeout on the Altitude Radio Network. Denver Nuggets basketball.
This is PJ Dozier of your Denver Nuggets. Pregame show continues in 2 minutes on the Altitude Radio Network.
Hey, Nuggets fans, did you know that nearly 75% of all aluminum ever produced is still in use today? Which means every time you recycle a Ball aluminum can, it gets to come back. For every nail biter, every triumph for the ages, and all the great moments to come, Ball is the official sustainability partner of the Denver Nuggets. So join the recycling revolution. The future is in your hands. Recycle it.
There's no place like home. Bring home the bacon until the cows come home. Wait until your father gets home. The lights are on, but nobody's home. Home stretch, home run, home grown, home sweet home. No matter what other people think of when they think of home, for Western Union, we think of Denver, where we've been doing business since 1863. And though we connect people and businesses all over the world, there really is no place like home. Western Union, global reach, Denver roots.
Nuggets fans, are you ready? Download the PointsBet app now and use code NUGGETS to get $100 in free bets when you deposit just $20. PointsBet, the exclusive sports betting partner of the Denver Nuggets, is the only sports book to offer personal good karma refunds. They know that not all bad beats are created equal, so you decide which of your bad beats need some good karma, and they'll refund you up to $100 in free bets for new customers. Download the app now to experience Colorado's hometown sports book for yourself. So, are you ready? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. Cooney Honda on Arapahoe's entire fleet of 2020 models is on clearance during the huge Happy Honda Days sales event. Right now, you can receive 0% financing for up to 60 months on all new 2020 CRVs, Accords, HRVs, even Insights, Passports, and Pilots. That's on top of already great prices during this massive Happy Honda Days sales event. Visit online or in store to find out why now is the best time to buy your dream car. Only at Cooney Honda off I-25 in Arapahoe.
Denver Nuggets basketball.
This is Jamal Murray. Welcome back to your Denver Nuggets pregame show on Altitude Radio Network.
Welcome back to your PointsBet pregame show as the Denver Nuggets get set to take on the Phoenix Suns tonight there at Ball Arena. It's time right now for the PointsBet pregame props presented by PointsBet, exclusive sports betting partner of the Denver Nuggets. Download the PointsBet app now and use promo code NUGGETS. All right, tonight it's Nuggets minus 3.5. The over-under on tonight's contest is 220.5. And the prop we went with this evening is point total for Will Barton. Obviously, Michael Porter Jr. is out, so Will Barton is getting the start. And we're going with Will Barton over-under point total tonight. It's at 15.5 at the PointsBet app. That is your PointsBet pregame prop presented by PointsBet. We will continue with your Denver Nuggets pregame show brought to you by PointsBet after a break on the Altitude Radio Network.
Denver Nuggets basketball.
This is Nikola Jokic. Your Denver Nuggets pregame show continues in 2 minutes on the Altitude Radio Network.
11 a.m. Sunday, the NFL is on 92.5.
A lot of football.
Before the Broncos end their season against the Raiders, the Cowboys shoot to extend their season into the playoffs.
Look at the hole for Ezekiel Elliott.
In a must-win against the Giants, it's Dallas, New York, NFL.
Big pitch to the end zone. Touchdown! Michael Gallup.
11 a.m. Sunday on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Bring it up. Let's go.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Okay, class, let's bump it up to 9.
Come on, Limu, keep pedaling. We got to build our endurance to let more people know that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Pick up the pace, bird legs.
Hey, don't talk to Limu like that.
I'm not, I'm talking to you.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Get a customized quote at libertymutual.com.
Sales are rising quickly, but without another lead baker, Dale's Bakery is going to feel the heat.
Hey, you're baking alone today. I have to handle this order for the restaurant down the street.
Cool, but who's going to handle the pastries?
He needs to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
If you've been injured, you need a personal injury lawyer who cares and will fight to get you the money you need and deserve. The Berg Simpson Law Firm has a national reputation with proven results, and they're right here in Denver, Colorado. Call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. That's 790-2525. Or visit BergSimpson.com. B-U-R-G Simpson.com. Berg Simpson, good lawyers, changing lives.
Denver Nuggets basketball.
Hi, this is Nikola Jokic. Welcome back to the Denver Nuggets pregame show on the Altitude Radio Network.
Pre-game show continues tonight. It's time for the Coaches Show. Jason Kosmiski with assistant coach John Beckett before tonight's game against the Phoenix Suns. And first of all, JB, Happy New Year, man. How'd you spend it?
I appreciate it, man. Happy New Year to you as well. Very exciting. We spent it asleep in bed.
I think I have a personal streak of going to sleep by 10 o'clock every New Year's like the last 10 years, man.
Yeah, well, we got a 1-year-old, so, our bedtime is a little earlier over there.
Yeah, they rule your world, right? Like, oh, wait, the kid's asleep? We better go to sleep. Yeah, I remember those days, man.
You already know.
Hey, so first of all, the opening news is no MPJ for a while. That sucks for all Nuggets Nation, but what's the plan to kind of contradict that?
I haven't heard the plan as of yet. We haven't had our coaches meeting. We should be having that shortly. But just like we've had in the past, it's the next man up mentality. So whoever is in there or whoever comes into rotation, they'll be ready to play and they will contribute.
Hey, going back to your last game against us, I think we would all assume that Will Barton will probably be in the starting lineup, but we don't know any of that stuff officially. But going back to your last game against Sacramento, JB, and it's weird because it's a Michael Malone coach team, is that the defense is really struggling for you guys right now. Is that because you have so much new personnel, or what do you see in your coach's eye out there?
Yeah, I'm sure the new personnel has something to do with it. And it's just the little things for us. It's getting back in transition. I think our guys are trying to do the right things, but at times, we're getting caught over helping when we don't need to help, and it's opening up the 3-point line. So we just need to tighten up some things on the defensive end in terms of our schemes, and I think you'll start to see us turn around our defense.
Well, and when you lose guys like Jeremy Grant and Mason Plumlee and even Torrey Craig, there's been a lot of talk here in Denver about, like the bench and the bench's problems. But that's, JB, that's got to be kind of a work in progress, right? When you plug a bunch of new dudes in there, you can't do this overnight. It's going to take a minute.
Yeah, it's going to take time. You know, we did lose some really good defenders in those guys, but a lot of the mistakes that we do have, it has to do with team defense. It has to do, you know, with our weak side being in the right position and rotating when we're supposed to rotate. So it is going to take time. We have some new pieces that are still learning, you know, what our schemes are.
Hey, so I'm getting ready for the Suns tonight. And by the way, this isn't your grandpa's Phoenix Suns. This isn't just Devin Booker chilling out at the 3-point line shooting threes, man. I tell you what, I don't know if they're the most underrated team in the NBA, but this is a good squad right now. Tell me about Phoenix.
No, they're a really good squad. I don't know who underrated them, but you know, over here we thought that they were going to be pretty good once they were able to get Chris Paul. But they're a very good team offensively and defensively. I believe they're the second highest rated defense in the NBA right now. They're super active, very aggressive. You know, they do a lot of switching. They do a great job of having active hands and getting in the passing lane and disrupting your offense. And then offensively, they're doing a great job of moving the ball. You're going to see the ball move. You're going to see body movement. And then the three-pointer, they're shooting that extremely well. So it's going to be a challenge for us on both ends of the floor tonight.
Hey, JB, is it still weird, like this season right now, right here, like in this time frame? Or for me, it's still weird. Are you guys adjusting? Are you getting back into a rhythm? I mean, like, you know, I'm not around the team, so I can't get a feel for it. But does it feel normal yet?
I can't speak for everyone. For me, at first maybe it was different, but I've kind of gotten into the routine of how I've done it in the past in terms of how I do my work. So I've kind of adjusted to it, but I'm sure for some people it is still a little bit different. It's still, you know, an adjustment period. But I think the more and more as we get deeper into the season, I think you'll see more guys get more comfortable with it.
Hey, since we're here on New Year's Day, who's your college football team?
You know, I don't really watch too much college football recently. In the past, you know, being that, you know, I consider Atlanta home, it was always, you know, University of Georgia, and they just played today, and I saw they had a field goal to beat Cincinnati, so that was a nice win for them. But I'm usually following either University of Georgia or Georgia Tech.
Well, I'm a Nebraska fan, so you're a hell of a lot better off than I am, man.
I hear that.
All right, my man. I appreciate the time. Happy New Year, and good luck tonight. Let's go get a win.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you tonight.
All right, there he is, John Beckett. Well, you got the tip-off coming up right around the corner on the Altitude Radio Network.
Denver Nuggets basketball.
This is RJ Hampton. Your Denver Nuggets pregame show continues in 2 minutes on the Altitude Radio Network.
Get away today to Century Casino in Central City, just a mile from Blackhawk. Time to eat. The Mid-City Grill is open with distanced indoor seating and all your favorites, including our famous prime rib. Or get a late-night fix at the Retro Deli featuring Dazbar Coffee. Masks and health screenings are required for your safety. Find your getaway at Century Casino and Hotel. Take I-70 to exit 243 to the 4-lane Central City Parkway. Come for the action. Stay for the fun.
There's no place like a new Oakwood home for the holidays. Oakwood Homes has quick move-in homes nestled in communities throughout the Front Range. Homes with cozy living spaces and state-of-the-art kitchens to fill with the flavors and aromas of the holidays. Purchase a new home today and receive $3,000 towards closing costs. Schedule your safe, personal Oakwood Homes tour. Visit oakwoodhomesco.com. Oakwood Homes, building happiness for the holidays.
In pro sports, your team is like your family. Hey there, Denver. This is Dalton Reiser of the Denver Broncos. It's the same for the team at family-owned Mountain Breeze Heating and Air. They never push you to buy something you don't need. They do clean work in your home, and they treat you like family. Go ahead and give Jim and James a call at Mountain Breeze Heating and Air. I trust them in my home, and they do great work. Right now, you can get a furnace for half price with the purchase of an AC system. Schedule a free estimate by calling Mountain Breeze at 303-288-2515.
Jokic inside. Oh, what a pass! A little no-looky variety. Nuggets Nation, let's go. Don't miss a minute of Mile High basketball when your Denver Nuggets take on the Minnesota Timberwolves Tuesday night.
In the lane, give it to Jokic. Little fall away. That's good. And Joker is officially cooking here in the
Tip-off at 7 p.m. Tune into Altitude TV to catch every minute of the action and visit Nuggets.com for all things game day.
Denver Nuggets basketball.
This is Michael Malone. Welcome back to your Denver Nuggets pregame show on the Altitude Radio Network.
Welcome back to your PointsBet pregame show, Nuggets and Suns this evening. Let's pause 10 seconds for Legal ID up and down the Altitude Radio Network.
KKSE-FM Broomfield, Denver. This is Denver Nuggets NBA on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
All right, let's go ahead and check out scores around the NBA. It's a busy night. There's 20 of the league's 30 teams in action this evening. The Grizzlies are pounding on the Hornets right now, 92-77. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in that one. Kyle Anderson's got 18 points. Bismack Biyombo's got 16 and 11. The Pistons and the Celtics are in the fourth quarter. Detroit still hasn't won a game. It's close, but they're trailing. They were actually leading this game until the Celtics started the fourth quarter on a 20-9 run. And right now, Boston leads Detroit in Detroit 93-88. Woo, Pistons. The Miami Heat can't score tonight. The Miami Heat are in Dallas taking on the Mavs, and the Mavs are rolling. The Miami Heat had 53 points through 3 quarters. They went into the fourth quarter with 53 points. Right now, the Mavs lead the Heat 79-58. Luka's got 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. We'll continue with your Nuggets PointsBet pregame show after a timeout on the Altitude Radio Network.
Denver Nuggets basketball.
This is Gary Harris. Your Denver Nuggets pregame show continues in 2 minutes on the Altitude Radio Network.
Does learning a language feel like this?
No habla español?
Hablo.
It's hablo?
Yes.
It's hablo.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
Since my husband is from Guatemala, I'll apply what I've learned in Babbel to our real-life situations.
The app is so easy to use and it's so practical. It helps you learn things that you will actually need.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Are you one of those people who thinks it's okay to drive stoned? What's the worst thing that can happen? You could end up driving below the speed limit. It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is your reaction time slows way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI.
Paid for by NHTSA. This is Brent Ivinson with Ideal Home Loans, and when I got into the mortgage business in 1996, I never thought we'd see interest rates that began with a 2. That's right. 30-year fixed rates right now at 2.625% with an APR of 2.701% by calling Ideal Home Loans at 303-867-7000. Imagine refinancing your home and never having to worry about it again. That's how low rates are right now. You can consolidate bills, you can pay off debt, you can get cash out for home improvements. You can even go to a shorter term and save yourself 6 figures in payments and interest. Don't miss out on the lowest rates that we have ever seen. And thanks to our digital technology platform, we can keep you home and safe through this entire process. To find out more, call us at 303-867-7000. That's 867-7000 or online at idealhomeloans.com.
Equal opportunity lender regulated by DORA, NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844-45-IDEAL.
Denver Nuggets basketball.
This is Jamal Murray. Welcome back to your Denver Nuggets pregame show on Altitude Radio Network.
Time to wrap up your PointsBet pregame shows, the Nuggets and Suns. Get ready to get it on there at Ball Arena. Quick look at college football bowl games. Number 1, Alabama in the Rose Bowl against Notre Dame, and the Tide roll 31-14. Bama wins. They're moving on to the national title game. Clemson and Ohio State in the Sugar Bowl. This thing is fun so far. Both teams are just scoring at will. Clemson comes down and scores. Ohio State answers. Right now, going to the second quarter, it's tied 14-14 between Clemson and Ohio State. Some more scores from the NBA. The Nets and Hawks are going at it there in the third quarter. Atlanta leads Brooklyn 81-68. Kevin Durant's got 19. The Bucks are killing the Bulls at halftime. There's some weird scores in the NBA again tonight. 62-40. Milwaukee leads Chicago at halftime. Giannis is at 11-7-7. The Timberwolves trail the Wizards 60-55. They're almost at halftime in that game. Washington also is yet to win a game this season. They're 0-5. And the Lakers and Spurs are in the second quarter in San Antonio, and those two teams are tied at 53 points apiece. But it's time right now to get it on. It's the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns. Jason Kosmiski with tip-off next on the Altitude Radio Network.
This is Monte Morris. Tonight's Denver Nuggets tip-off is 2 minutes away on Altitude Radio Network.
Nuggets fans, are you ready? Download the PointsBet app now and use code Nuggets to get $100 in free bets when you deposit just $20. PointsBet, the exclusive sportsbook partner of the Denver Nuggets, is outdoing the competition in Colorado. They're live now with minus 105 spread points on all NBA and NFL games. That's the best price of any sportsbook. Why bet anywhere else? Download the app today to experience Colorado's hometown sportsbook for yourself. And don't forget to use code Nuggets to get $100 in free bets. So, are you ready? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. Cooney Honda on Arapahoe's entire fleet of 2020 models is on clearance during the huge Happy Honda Days sales event. Right now, you can receive 0% financing for up to 60 months on all new 2020 CRVs, Accords, HRVs, even Insights, Passports, and Pilots. That's on top of already great prices during this massive Happy Honda Days sales event. Visit online or in-store to find out why now is the best time to buy your dream car. Only at Cooney Honda, off I-25 in Arapahoe.
There's no place like home. Bring home the bacon until the cows come home. Wait until your father gets home. The lights are on, but nobody's home. Home stretch, home run, home grown, home sweet home. No matter what other people think of when they think of home, for Western Union, we think of Denver, where we've been doing business since 1863. And though we connect people and businesses all over the world, there really is no place like home. Western Union, global reach, Denver roots.
Steal a deal on a new 2020 Acura today. Shop RockyMountainAcuraDealers.com for the year's best pricing, aggressive financing offers, exclusive conquest and loyalty programs, and more. Make the switch and upgrade to Acura today. RockyMountainAcuraDealers.com.
The Altitude Radio Network welcomes you to award-winning coverage of Denver Nuggets NBA. Denver is coming off Tuesday's loss at Sacramento. The Kings have delivered the Nuggets 2 of their 3 losses to start the season.
The Denver Nuggets are going to lose in overtime.
Tonight, Denver wants to ring in 2021 with a win towards erasing the 1-3 start that ended 2020. But the Nuggets will have to cool off Chris Paul and the Suns to start the new year off right and even the Nuggets record at 2-2.
Jokic has it, leaking out his quarter, and a dunk with the right hand. Throws it through the window to Hartenstein, and he dunked it home, and then the primal scream. Did you hear it, Dem?
It's time for Denver Phoenix. Denver Nuggets basketball is on the air from Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. Here's the voice of your Nuggets, Jason Kosmiski, on the Altitude Radio Network.
Greetings, Nuggets fans, far and wide. With Mark Bertinelli in the NBA Tonight studios, I'm Jason Kosmiski coming to you live from Ball Arena. Merry New Year. And this is Nuggets basketball. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Oakwood Homes with 13 communities throughout the Front Range. Oakwood Homes, building happiness. OakwoodHomesCO.com.
And now, the starting lineups for your Denver Nuggets. At point guard,
Jamal Murray, guard 27, Kentucky.
At shooting guard,
Gary Harris, number 14, guard, Michigan State University.
At small forward,
Will Barton, forward, number 5, Memphis.
At power forward,
Paul Millsap, number 4, forward, Louisiana Tech.
And at center,
Nikola Jokic, number 15 position, whatever you want me to do, school, Harvard.
There's your starting 5 for the Denver Nuggets. Here's what it looks like for the Phoenix Suns. Mikal Bridges and Jay Crowder are at the forward spots. DeAndre Ayton in the middle with Devin Booker and future Hall of Famer Chris Paul in the backcourt. Nuggets are in the all-blues tonight, trimmed in yellow and white. And the Phoenix Suns are on the all-oranges tonight, trimmed in purple and white. It'll be DeAndre Ayton against Nikola Jokic at the midcourt circle. The tap is controlled by the Phoenix Suns, and we are underway. Chris Paul has it between the rings. He peels off to the high right side. Denver hedges on the pick and roll. Three-pointer Jay Crowder. That one's too strong. Rebound tipped and grabbed by Jamal Murray. He's got Jokic in the front court. Fake the pass. Leans in. Layup good. Good to have Jamal Murray back. Nuggets crack the scoreboard first. They're on top here 2-0. And we got a problem with the clock. It did not start after that layup by Jamal. And so they'll have to reset that, and then the Nuggets will, the Suns will bring it out on the side here. And the inbound goes to Chris Paul from Bridges. Paul brings it up the right sideline. Nuggets lead it 2-0. Top of the key to DeAndre Ayton. Ayton throws it inside the arc to Crowder. Flip back over to Paul. Paul back over to Crowder on the elbow. Guarded by Jamal Murray. Throws out of it to Booker. Gets down the lane. Leans in. Layup is up and in. And we're all squared at 2 points apiece here. Nuggets move it right to left across your radio dial, tablet, or computer screen to start the basketball game here. Barton has it on the high right side over to Gary Harris. Harris bounce pass on the elbow to Nikola Jokic. Jokic give and go. Harris kick out Millsap, throws it over to Barton. Barton loses the basketball, gets it over to Jamal Murray, and he traveled starting his drive. And that problem was Barton. Nuggets had really good ball movement going, and then he decided to put it on the floor. He had Jamal Murray wide open for a three had he just given it up. Chris Paul, dribble handoff over to Booker. Booker throw back over to Paul. Paul has it on the high left side, lobs it in the low block. DeAndre Ayton turnaround jump shot is up and in. And the Phoenix Suns lead it here 4-2. And here comes Jamal Murray. Murray has the top of the key to Millsap. High left side over to Jokic. Back out on top to Murray. Murray catch and go from the dotted line. Throws back behind him to Millsap for three. Missed it, but got fouled by Chris Paul. And that'll put Paul Millsap to the free throw line. Again, no Michael Porter Jr. tonight for Denver. He's out with the COVID. Or COVID protocol, whatever I'm supposed to say. But you do get JaMychal Green and Jamal Murray back for tonight's contest. Free throw number one for Paul Millsap. That one's up and in, and we'll have one more. The bench is going to be the question here tonight, folks. Phoenix, I know it's early, has one of the better benches here in the NBA. Second free throw for Millsap is up and in. He got fouled on a three-point shot, and he'll have one more. Had 5 points in that loss at Sacramento the other night. 1 of 4 shooting. Third free throw, good. He got the roll. And the Nuggets tie the ball game up at 4 points apiece. Chris Paul has it. He jogs it across the timeline. Got it out there by Jamal Murray. Dribble, fake the handoff over to Booker. He's in the corner. Paul brings it back out over to the wing. Throws it on top to Booker. Now Crowder down low to DeAndre Ayton. He'll shoot over Jokic. That one's no good. The rebound comes down to Will Barton. Nuggets get a chance to get the lead back here. Barton has it up the left sideline. Top of the key over to Nikola Jokic. Jokic give and go with Murray. Jamal cuts through the lane. One-legged fadeaway. Up it in. And the Nuggets lead at 6-4. High left side is Devin Booker. Booker and Murray love playing against each other. Booker brings it out over to the point. Now he's inside the arc. Behind the back bounce pass to Chris Paul. Head fake on the three. Back out over to Booker. Booker gets a slip pick from Crowder. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Crowder. Jamal Murray did a good job of flopping there. He felt two hands on his backside, which is illegal. And then Murray basically made the referee call that by falling down to the floor. And Jamal Murray has it for Denver. Nuggets lead it here 6-4. Top of the key Millsap. High left side over to Nikola Jokic. Back behind him over to Jamal. Guarded by Chris Paul. Bounce pass over to Paul Millsap. Straddles the three-point line. Joker three. Short, no good. Rebound down to Jay Crowder. Outlet pass off over to Chris Paul. Lobs it in the paint. Pass is deflected and stolen by Jokic. Leaking out is Murray. It's a 3-on-1. He'll take a three. Yes! Jamal Murray came to play tonight. That's 7 for him in the early going. He's got 7 of the 9 for Denver, and the Nuggets lead it by a nickel. Top of the key is DeAndre Ayton. That should have been a travel, no whistle. Hands it off over to Crowder. Crowder has his pass deflected and stolen. Millsap knocked it away. Crowder got it back. Great pass behind the back over to Ayton, and the layup is up and in. And here comes Jamal Murray the other way. By the way, a smart play by Jamal Murray in transition. It was 3-on-1, so why not take the three? You got to feel good about the rebound in case you missed it. Paul Millsap loses the basketball out of bounds on his drive, and that'll be a turnover for Denver, their first of the night. And with that, Michael Porter Jr., somebody's going to have to move up in the rotation. And I like the idea of Bol coming in and getting a little bit more time, especially after DeAndre Ayton is off the floor. We'll see what Coach Malone has in mind as the time goes on. Around the horn, they go to Booker. He's at the baseline, cut off by Jokic. Throws out of it on top to Paul. Shot clock winding down. Crowder three. Missed it. Flat-footed rebound. Jokic, length of the floor to Millsap, but the defense is back. Millsap has it in the corner. Throws back behind him over to Will Barton. Barton top of the key to Nikola Jokic. Jokic lobs it down on the mid-post over to Millsap. He spins on Bridges. Has a shot blocked by Bridges. Loose ball comes down to Chris Paul and a foul immediately in frustration by Paul Millsap. A little less than 8 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Monty Williams is the head coach for the Phoenix Suns. Very well-respected head coach throughout the NBA. Chris Paul gets it into Jay Crowder. Crowder back over to Paul, and he'll bring the basketball up. Paul jogs it across the timeline, picked up there by Jamal Murray. Dribble handoff over to Booker. Booker goes to the left hand, throws it over to Bridges for three. That one's nothing but net. And we are all square at 9 points apiece. Jamal Murray has it for Denver across the timeline. Dribble handoff over to Gary Harris. Throws it inside the arc over to Jokic. Wide open three, Murray. That one's good. He's at double figures in 4.5 minutes. He's got 10, and the Nuggets lead it by 3 here. 10 of the 12 scored by Jamal Murray. DeAndre Ayton with the three. That one's no good. Nikola Jokic with the rebound. Bucket here. Monty Williams may call a timeout. Hands it off to Gary Harris. Gives him a pick. Goes right to the rack, and he dunked it home with the right tomahawk. And the Nuggets lead it by a nickel. No timeout for Phoenix. 14-9. Top of the key is DeAndre Ayton. Ayton runs right over Millsap. No whistle. Has a wide open layup, and that one's up and in. And here comes Gary Harris the other way down for Denver. He has it to midcourt circle. High right side over to Paul Millsap. Millsap guarded by Jay Crowder. Throws it left side to Jokic. He'll try another three. That one's good. Knocked it home. Nikola Jokic, 1 of 2 of downtown. Nuggets have their big lead of the night. They're up by a half a dozen. Chris Paul has it on the high left side. Right side over to Crowder. Catch and go to the mid-post. Hands off behind him to Bridges. Back over to Paul. He'll take a three. That one's good. Nugget lead down to 3, 17-14. Jamal Murray across the timeline, behind the back dribble, beat his man. Chris Paul, little floaters on the way and in. Timeout Monty Williams now. Jamal Murray has 12 points already here in the first quarter, and the Nuggets lead it by a nickel. We're back at Ball Arena in a moment on the Altitude Radio Network.
You've got Denver Nuggets basketball on the Altitude Radio Network.
Nuggets fans, are you ready? Download the PointsBet app now and use code Nuggets to get $100 in free bets when you deposit just $20. PointsBet, the exclusive sports betting partner of the Denver Nuggets, is the only sports book to offer personal good karma refunds. They know that not all bad beats are created equal, so you decide which of your bad beats need some good karma, and they'll refund you up to $100 in free bets for new customers. Download the app now to experience Colorado's hometown sports book for yourself. So, are you ready? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, Nuggets fans, did you know that nearly 75% of all aluminum ever produced is still in use today? Which means every time you recycle a ball aluminum...
Because of it. I don't know why I'm getting a little sappy here.
If you want to know what Dan Patrick said next, just podcast it by searching The Dan Patrick Show. And as always, you can listen to Dan Patrick live weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. This is Ben Maller.
Blah, 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 blah.
He pays off all his bets.
His mouth wrote a check that he has been unable to cash.
He's Ben Maller, and this is his show.
You want me to go on?
The Ben Maller Show. Weeknights, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific. We're Fox Sports Radio.